Oh, and my audio is not on, but now it should work. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so the audio is now working. Yeah, can't hear you. Yeah, I just fixed it. Now you should be able to hear me. I hope. Wait, let me double check this. But I think it's fine. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so everything's working. Let me start my streaming interface here so I can see all of your comments. So today I want to make a stream which is a little bit different because I do not only want to talk about the live trading account that I normally stream here like every single day lately on the channel, but also I want to talk a little bit about the MetaTrader 5 Masterclass, which is my programming course that can help you to also code your own trading strategies. And I want to answer all the questions that you have about this. So this was also requested sometimes. So I thought it would be a great idea for everyone who's interested. So first of all, what is automated trading about? I mean, if you know this channel, you probably know what's going on. Automated trading strategies like the ones that you can see here every day right now in my live account. So here I'm trading only with automated trading expert advisors. So these are the little programs that you can see here attached to every chart. And these programs automatically execute orders. So the huge benefit, of course, is that you don't have to sit in front of the PC all the time and still your strategies get executed perfectly. So you can make money without actively investing your time. And in my opinion, this is the main goal that you should have as a trader because most people want to get into trading because they are seeking more free time. They want to have more time for family, friends, hobbies, whatever. And with automated trading, you can achieve this. Of course, it's not a guaranteed way to make money or something, but it is a good way to get rid of the hustle to sit in front of the PC all the time and do everything on your own. And you can achieve this by programming your trading strategies. And I do this for, I think, like 8 years now. So writing automated trading strategies for the MetaTrader 4 and also for the MetaTrader 5. And I also put together a complete programming course, which is what I want to talk about today. So on my webpage, and I can also, of course, post it in the chat here. Right, let me quickly post this so you can also have a look at this. In this course, I teach everything you need to know about automated trading. So if you're interested, you should have a look at this page. But this is, of course, not what I want to explain in this video because this is what you can see or look up after this stream on your own. In this video, I want to talk specifically about how this looks and how the different topics are set up. So you can see the MetaTrader 5 Programming Masterclass is a complete programming course. So the idea is that it is suitable for absolute beginners, but also for people or programmers who have some MetaTrader programming knowledge and experience already. And therefore, it features every topic pretty much that you need to go through if you want to write programs for the MetaTrader 5. So you can see here there are a lot of different topics and I can explain this in detail if it's requested. But first of all, let me quickly show you how this looks. or how the different sections look like. And then, of course, I will also have a look at the all of the comments that are already in the chat, and there might be more comments. So I will answer every question in a second. But first of all, I want to show you how it looks like. So the course is a structured course. So it's not like the videos on YouTube, which are pretty much not really in a good order often. And here it is like everything is based on the previous lecture pretty much. So you can see you get this interface here, and you get videos. I mean, in this video I don't really code, but I just say what is important if you watch the course, and then you can just skip through the different videos and watch all of them step by step. And of course you can always come back here. The access to the programming course is not limited, and also if there will be new lections in the future, you will also get access without having to pay extra or purchasing additional packages. So so you can see here, it's really about the absolute basics in the beginning. So even if you never really programmed before, you will learn how to get along with the MetaTrader. So I explain everything like how to get to the MetaTrader editor, what it is, why we need it to write programs, and then we write a really, really easy program. This Hello World program is typically the first program that you see and code in every programming tutorial if you learn a new programming language. And then, as the course proceeds, you can see the topics will get more and more difficult. So then we will also talk about variables and random access memory. And also this lection is a good example of how I like to teach in this course, because in this course I do not only try to say like do this or do that to achieve a specific result, but I really want to make you understand how programming works, like on a really fundamental level. So I also talk about not only what kind of variables we do have in programming, but I also talk about what this means. Like, what is a variable? How is it stored in the PC? Like, a variable, for example, is not something which is, it's not like a super abstract thing. It's if you really understand what it is in the background, like it's just a reference to a specific space in the random access memory. If you understand these things, this will really make you, this will really help you to understand programming also. And my approach to programming is always to really understand what the computer does instead of just learning things and then repeating things. Because if you really understand what the program does and what the programming does, then you're also capable of writing your own programs and not just copying someone else's code. And this is really, really, really crucial if you want to develop your own strategies. And then we have variable data types. Also, you have access to some of these PDF cheat sheets. So you can see, like here, for example, this is something you maybe want to print. So you can have the important variables and look them up if you need them. So sometimes I added these PDF files if I thought it was or it would be beneficial for the learning process, or it could be used as a information also later in your programming process. So you can see we talk about all of the basics, and I think I don't go through all of the topics here because it's really boring. But you can see, let me get to this overview here again. So the basics, you can see we talk about properties, variables, random access memory, variable data types. And then also we cover operators, control structures, functions, arrays, enumerations, close all script. And if you have a look here, for example, at this, where I talk about operators, these videos are really a lot longer and a lot more in-depth compared to the videos that I upload to YouTube. And this is also a question that I receive frequently, like what's the difference between the programming course and the videos on YouTube? And the main difference is that it's just much more detailed. It's in order, it's much more detailed. It's really, I really created this course with this one goal to make you understand how programming specifically for the MetaTrader 5 works. So for example, here I take a whole 20 minutes to explain operators in detail, give you examples, etc., etc. And on YouTube, for example, these 20 minutes would be a whole expert advisor. So you can see here, I'm able to transport a lot more understanding for these specific topics of programming. So yeah, so everything's a lot more detailed. Then we also talk about control structures in detail. We talk about functions, how to write your own functions. We talk about arrays, also something that a lot of beginners actually struggle with. But here, again, I explain this in detail here really. So I take multiple minutes. You get some PDF helper files, so to say, to work with arrays. Then we cover enumerations. And then at the end of the first basics chapter, we write our first working script, which we can use to close all open positions. And then the second topic is where I talk about orders, deals, and positions. And this is really important if you want to work with the MetaTrader 5. It's also one of the main differences compared to the MetaTrader 4, because in the MetaTrader 4, every order is an order, but in the MetaTrader 5, it's a little bit more complex. In the MetaTrader 5, we have orders, deals, and positions, and pending orders, for example, are orders. Orders in the histories are also orders, but if an order becomes executed, it's a deal, and then this deal opens or closes a position. So you can see there's a little bit more to this ordering system compared to the MetaTrader 4, but no worry, in this course I explain everything on detail, so you know exactly why we do have these three different types, so to say, and how we can use it. And it absolutely makes sense, because in the MetaTrader 5 we can also trade futures and stocks, and here we have partial fills, for example, so we do need this little bit more complex ordering and position management system. But yeah, I explained this in chapter 2, and this is also necessary because in the next lection we then write our first working expert advisor, where of course we work with positions and deals and everything. So here, first we write an indicator, a Donchian channel indicator, and then we, before we turn this indicator into a program, we also have a look at object-oriented programming, because this is something we will also use once we have a look at opening positions. So here, when we talk about object-oriented programming, I also have multiple videos here to explain this topic in detail. So you can see here, I take like 1.5 hours to explain everything you need to know about object-oriented programming. So also a lot more detailed compared to what we learn on YouTube. And this is important if you want to write more complex programs. So and also to make you understand how, for example, the C trade class works and everything, and how in general you can make use of classes and objects. And also the next lection that we cover is then creating the first expert advisor, which is first of all a fairly simple program, the Donchian channel expert advisor. Then we go on with the Bollinger Bands expert advisor, the range breakout expert advisor, and I don't want to go through all of these chapters here, because this is what you can also see if you watch the second video on my website here, this one. I explain all of the topics here also, but just a few more words here. As I said, the course is structured, so everything is built on top of the previous lection, so every expert advisor also gets more complex. So for example, this Donchian channel expert advisor is fairly simple. It just executes the trades based on the Donchian channel indicator, but the Bollinger Bands EA then also works with filters, trailing stops, TP, SL, we have some crash safety, and then the range breakout EA is even more complex. We do have, we work with chart objects here, we place pending orders, we delete these pending orders, and so on and so on. And after writing these expert advisors, we then also cover some more advanced topics like files, how we work with external files, like for example, CSV files, binary files, how we can read them, how we can store in these files, save data, read data. So also more complex stuff. And then we also make use of these files when we write the moving average expert advisor, where we then also work with partial closes, so partial fills, and then we also save and load data to external files. This is necessary sometimes if we write more complex expert advisors. Also then I cover array classes, which are really, really important and come in handy if you write complex expert advisors. And then we also talk about chart objects a little bit more in the chapter 11, where I talk about control classes. And then last but not least, I cover the calendar functions or calendar API of the MetaTrader 5. So you can see there are a lot of topics that I touch in this MetaTrader 5 programming course. And I think it's really everything you need to know to write your own expert advisors in the MetaTrader 5. And yeah, I can show you, for example, here in my MetaTrader 5, you can see these 5 programs are created in the programming masterclass. So you can use them right away and you can also modify them. For example, this is just an example that is created in the programming course. You learn how to write these trading panels, for example, where you can then say, for example, I want to open 0.5 lots. And then, you can just use the buttons here to open the trades in the chart. And for example, with a TP and ASL and everything. So yeah, if you're interested, just make sure to have a look at this programming course. And yeah, so let me have a look at your questions now. I'm talking a lot here, but also I want to answer your questions, of course. So let me go from the top to the bottom. So you can hear me. That's great. So the first question from Benny was, why MT5 over MT4? So I talked about this a bit before already. So you can see in this topic, for example, where I talk about the orders, deals, and positions, we can clearly see that there are some changes, and I talked about this before, if we compare the MetaTrader 4 to the MetaTrader 5. And for example, the MetaTrader 5 is also capable of trading stocks, futures, and the MetaTrader 4 is not. In the MetaTrader 4, you can only trade CFDs on stocks and futures, but not real physical stocks or futures, which is the main difference. Also, there are some additional functionalities in MetaTrader 5 programming, especially, that we do not have in the MetaTrader 4. For example, the on-trade transaction event handler, which I talk about here in the range breakout expert advisor, is something that we do not see in the MetaTrader 4 programming. And it's really, really cool because if there is a order executed, for example, it will trigger an event that we can then react to. And in the MetaTrader 4, we do not have this option. Also, MetaTrader 5 is overall more efficient and quicker in the execution. So it's just the more advanced software at this point. And last but not least, MetaQuotes, the developer company of the MetaTrader 4 and 5, they kind of decided to drop the MetaTrader 4 for the future. So there are no automatic updates anymore. And they, I think, plan to work more on the MetaTrader 5 in the future. So in my opinion, the MetaTrader 5 is the future, and therefore I switched to MT5 completely and do not work with the MetaTrader 4 anymore. And this is, at this point, pretty much what I would recommend to anyone. So there are some more questions. I'm enrolled in your course. I enjoyed it, but would it be possible to have a Discord channel to speak with other students? Yeah, I thought about this. The big problem with these groups is always that they attract a lot of scammers and spammers and everything. So I had several groups before. I had some groups for expert advisors, but yeah, it just attracted a lot of scammers. Then I also had a platform where I hosted a school website or a community where everyone was able to ask me questions, but actually there were not so many questions, and this is why I kind of dropped the idea of having a group like this. Maybe I will do it again in the future, but my past experiments with this have not really shown that it's super necessary. René, in which video you explain all these robots and the settings which you use in your live account? I don't think I have a specific video for this. Maybe I do. You should just have a look at the channel. But also I do not recommend to just copy my inputs. Instead, I recommend to do your own tests so you get some trust in the strategies also. Hi, in your opinion, how many trades to make sure an EA is robust? You can never say if an expert advisor will be profitable in the future. Personally, I like to see multiple years with a lot of trades. Like, for example, at least, I don't know, 500 trades or so in the last 5 to 10 years. Anything below this is, for me, not really a lot of trades. So if I don't have a backtest that has a lot of trades, like 500 or more, I don't really like to trust these strategies. But also with a strategy that has like 1,000 trades or more in the test, it can still behave completely different in the future. There's never a guarantee, but you should always aim for as good as possible preparation before you take something on your live account. The course looks complicated as hell. How many categories are there? Yeah, you can see, but this is also what I tried to transport in this live stream. I mean, the last topics, like control classes, are complex, not gonna lie. This is nothing I would start with if I'm a new programmer. But this is why a structured course like this is so good if you really want to learn programming, because the basics are super easy. It's like everyone understands this. And then order steals positions, then writing the first indicator, like everything is based on top of each other. So you're really guided through the whole complexity of programming for the MetaTrader 5. So you really don't have to worry if you never touched code before. This course is absolutely there to teach you everything from the absolute basics. One question, which programming language are we using and which can you use? For MetaTrader 5 programming, we use MQL5, which is MetaQuotes language 5. It's a specific programming language for the MetaTrader. It's close, like the syntax is close to C, C++, and also I think the implementation is really similar. There are some differences, but this is really similar to the C, C++ programming language. But also, if you know one programming language, it's really easy for you to pick up every other programming language. Like, for example, if I want to write code in Java or Kotlin or Dart, I am able to understand like super quickly how these programming languages work. Like, for example, it takes me like, let's say 1 or 2 days to learn a new programming language now, because I know the concepts of programming. Another thing would be nice in the course would be an example of a workflow that starts from demo backtesting to put in production live trading. Do you have tools to organize your strategies? Yeah, actually the programming course, this is also something that I get asked frequently. It is based on teaching how to code. It's not really based on, or the goal of the course is not to teach you how to write profitable expert advisors, because this is something that I don't really, I cannot guarantee that your expert advisors will be profitable, but instead I can guarantee that you will learn how to code if you take this course. But I talk a bit about optimization and creating strategies on my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn more about this, you should check out the videos on the channel. But in the course, I really focus on teaching how to code. 570 euros is a bit pricey. Yeah, I mean, it's up to everyone. It's just an offer. You don't have to take this course, but it's definitely better to invest 500 euros in a programming course than to invest euros in a expert advisor in the MQL5 store, because I can guarantee you one thing: the programming course will really get you further than a single expert advisor will. If someone wants to learn it from YouTube channel, then how to start from? Yeah, just watch the videos on the YouTube channel. Just watch the basic videos and then the rest. As I said, on the YouTube channel, it's not really structured. So if you want to have a structured course, you can get this one. Do you have a scalping bot that really works in this course? I don't have a specific scalping bot, but you learn how to code. This course is not, the goal of the programming course is not to teach you how to write one specific expert advisor. It's to teach you how to write code for the MetaTrader 5 in general. So if you take this class, you can write your own scalping expert advisors. And you don't need to copy code from anyone else. So this is the goal. It's not to teach you one specific expert advisor. What's your checklist? What's your checklist the expert advisor should achieve for you to use on a real account? Yeah, it should be profitable. I don't know. I just need to have a good feeling for the backtest. Yeah, again, I talked about this in other videos on the channel, so it's hard for me to summarize this. I don't have like one number that I look at, or if I had to name one thing that is most important for me to determine if I want to use an expert advisor in a live account, it's probably just how the balance and equity graph looks. And also, it's super important for me that the idea of the strategy of this expert advisor in general is logical to me. If I feel like these are just some random profits in the test, then of course I won't use it on a live account. But if I think the strategy is solid and it can be like this in the future, then I'll definitely have a look at this, and I definitely want to use it in a live account, for example. And for example, we can make one example. Like for example, let's take the range breakout system, how we code it in the MetaTrader Masterclass, and then you can see here like the inputs. These are pretty much inputs that I use in some of my FTMO projects. So the range from 0 to 730 for USD Japanese yen, and then no range filter, no moving average filter. And then if we test this, for example, for the last, this is maybe not the best thing that I can do here because it will take a while, but we can just let it run in the background. And then we should see a balance or equity graph that looks good, because this is what I trade in some of my accounts. Hello, one question. Do you provide a support structure for your students in the case students something more complex and maybe it was not covered in the course? And no, I do not. So this is really important. I cannot offer permanent one-on-one support because this is just not something that I can do for the price of the course. The course is meant to be an online course only, but also the past has shown that there are not too many questions. So if you watch all of the videos, like the whole content of the programming course, you are pretty much good to go and you are able to write everything you want to code pretty much. And then you just need some more practice. But you can always go back and re-watch the episodes or the videos, and then you should get, you should be able to write the programs that you want to write. Which AI large language model is good for MT5 coding? I don't know. I'm not an expert on AI, so I'm not the best person to ask this. Can I write trailing take profit for the RSI expert advisor source code? Sure, why not? You can do everything if you learn how to code. That's the great thing. You can really code everything you want. Hey René, what are the manipulations people do in their EA code to showcase fake, unrealistic backtests? I don't know. There are different mechanisms. They can maybe filter out some periods by time where the EA did not perform good. There are mechanisms, I think, to history read. There are different options to manipulate backtests. So you should always be really, really careful. I think it won't be needed to know coding. Cloud Sonnet can build any app front end. This is probably a EA builder. But from my experience, EA builders are really limited at some points. And also, if you know how to code, they are not really faster than coding. But whatever works for you. How do you choose what pair the EA will be performing best? I just do a lot of tests. I think this will take... Wait, why do I have to download tick data? But I just trade what works good in the strategy test. How much this course? I assume it's 570 euro. You will also find it on the page that I just linked before. Just check out this webpage and you will find all the information you need. I think you can create more EAs. The ones you have are pretty simple. Have you tried creating more? I created so many expert advisors in the past. I also created super complex expert advisors, but from my experience, the simple ones are the best. And the more complex ones are mainly good for marketing. But I am not a marketer, I'm a trader or programmer, so I don't care about how complex a program is. What I care about is that it works. I don't have to show off anything. I don't have to show off complex programs. What I like to do is show how simple it can be and that it works. Hi René, would it be a good idea to use an EA that hasn't had a drawdown greater than 4% in the last 10 years, but only performs well from January to August? I don't know. I don't know this specific strategy, but if it makes sense to you, if it's logical, if you can explain why it behaves like this, sure. I mean, the numbers are great, but for me, it's hard to say anything without really knowing the program. Don't waste your time with retail strategies like trend line breakout, EMA. If it has not worked to code them the last 30 years, why would it work now? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I use a lot of retail strategies and it works just fine. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you made other experience, but I'm making money with easy retail strategies for the last years. So, I mean, whatever works for you, but... Greetings, René. Hey ho. Nice to see you here. What language is your course based on? I mean, the teaching is in English and the programming language is MQL5, which is the programming language for the MetaTrader. Can we integrate some ICT concepts? ICT concepts are not covered in the course. Like, I don't write ICT programs. And in general, I'm not a super big fan of ICT, to be honest. How many years it took you to become profitable? 8 years. I don't know. I don't really think you can say you are profitable at this specific day. Because also at this point, I cannot say that I will be profitable the next month or the next year. All I can say is that for the last, I think, 5 or 6 years now, 5 years, 6 years, I don't know, I was profitable. But I cannot say if I will be profitable in the future. So if you want to say so, it took me like 3 years maybe, 2 years, I don't know. But also this term of being profitable is a little bit, sketchy. And people always throw around these terms. And I also do sometimes for clickbait, but it's not really that easy to say. Like, for example, the best example is the test that I show here in the background right now. Like, if you have, for example, at this period here from the March 2020 to June 2020, there were barely any profits. Like, strategy was negative or sideways at best. So in this time, it would not have been profitable. But in the long run, in the long run, it was profitable in the past. But for the future, I don't know. So it's really hard to define or to say, like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm profitable, I'm not. It depends a lot on many different factors. Yes, and CNN put ICT. Hi René, do you run Quant Data Manager on your VPS? Yes, I also used it on the VPS. I don't know. I did not get any error message, I think. I don't know, but if you have a question about it, you should make sure to ask the Strategy Quant team about it. I'm pretty sure that they can help you. Hi, when purchasing, do we benefit from mentoring too? No, I tried to explain this before. I cannot offer permanent one-on-one coaching because I'm limited. Like, the time is not enough to really provide one-on-one coaching. But also, it should not really be necessary because you can always go back and rewatch the videos in the MetaTrader Masterclass. And then, if you do some practice on your own, you should be able to code your own strategies. The EA is simple gold breakout. Can I pass? No, I cannot, or I do not look at individual EAs and give recommendations because I don't know. I don't. Why should I do this? Thank you for your video. It's possible to make a video about the way you're making backtesting. Yeah, I talked about this in some previous videos before. You should look them up on the channel. Great job, sir. I learned MT5 programming from your channel. Yeah, thanks for the feedback. I'm glad that you were able to pick up some knowledge from the channel. In the programming course, in the MetaTrader 5 Masterclass, I'm coding with MQL5, which is the programming language for MetaTrader 5, and it's similar to C, C++. I don't cover Python in this course. Also, I don't really see the benefit of Python for MetaTrader 5 programming. I mean, of course, the benefit is obvious if you want to use machine learning and AI, but if you don't want to use it, I don't really see why you want to use Python for MetaTrader 5 programming. During these 8 years, most of your revenue was coming from YouTube, selling EAs or trading. Most was coming from maybe selling the programming course and EAs, and also broker affiliate partnerships. Definitely not trading, and also YouTube is not generating that much. What is the average percentage profit you've made over the past couple of months? I don't know, like the live trading account that I have here is, I just made a video about this. Here I made like 10, 15% per month the last 5 months. But also this is highly leveraged. And yeah, I made a separate video for this in the last few days. So you should watch it if you're interested. And yeah, so for example, this is something, again, this is a backtest of the range breakout system as it is created in the MetaTrader 5 Masterclass, tested in USD Japanese yen with Quant Data Manager tick data, starting from 2020. And you can see this is something, for example, that I want to see before I use a expert advisor in a live account. So I really want to see that, like, first of all, the strategy itself is logical to me. It absolutely makes sense to me. And then you can see the equity or balance is going up. I mean, there are bad periods, of course. There are long sideways periods, but the general trend is okay. And yeah, this is exactly what I want to see. And also we do have a lot of, like a huge number of trades, or at least not a small number. And if these factors kind of come together, then I think about using a strategy in my live accounts or in my HTML projects or whatever. So yeah. What do you think AI will take manual trading? I don't know. I'm not an expert on AI, as I said. Have you noticed some strategies work better since 2016 and not before? Yeah, definitely. There are always some strategies that work before a specific year or after a specific year, and sometimes it's hard for me to find good reasons for this, but yeah, there are some strategies like this. Do you believe someone can make a living purely from EA trading? Sure, why not? But it's not risk-free, and this is the only thing that people have to understand. It's never risk-free. I mean, it's so obvious, but a lot of, like many people just do not understand this. Can someone pay you to create a code based on the instructions? No. I did this before, but I don't do it anymore. Thank you, René, for your honesty and for your channel. Thanks for watching the videos. Okay, so I'm through all of your questions. So let's have a look at trading maybe a bit. So yeah, I hope I was able to talk about the programming course and say what it is about, why, or what it can help you with. And if you're interested, as I said, I posted the link before in the description. I will post it again. So make sure to really have a look at this webpage and learn more about the programming course. And it will really be a great benefit for your trading. And it's what made me profitable. I'm pretty sure it will help you to become profitable and It's definitely better than purchasing single EAs. So yeah, so for trading today in the 50K live account, today is so a bit of an average day. I don't know, made a loss in GPS seller, made a profit in USD Japanese yen and in gold. So right now there's a profit of like 200 euro for the day realized, but unrealized is 700 minus. So this is not great. Especially the DE40 is not trading good in the last few days. Entries are too late and then it just exits on the retracements. I was thinking about testing this strategy again, maybe find better settings, but yeah, this is something that I will maybe do in the future. And yeah. Yeah, on the VPS here, I have different MetaTrader terminals, and also I use different EAs or multiple EAs in the different accounts. This one is also doing really, really bad lately. This is the stock trading project, and this one is about to hit the drawdown, the max drawdown, unfortunately. It's 1.8% away from the max drawdown. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just super unlucky. It's just performing so bad in the last month. Mainly, of course, because tech stocks are not performing well in the last few months, which is a shame. But yeah, that's how it is. The rest of the accounts are doing great, but this one, I will lose this one, I think. What's the roadmap to learn MQL5? Check out my programming course. That's pretty much what I talked about in this stream. I was testing your EA, which is scalping on high and low. Test on but in real is losing money. How to combat that? Yeah, the main problem with scalping programs, and also this was what I observed when I traded in a live account, the problem is with slippage. And I made some videos about this maybe a year ago or so. You should watch them if you are still interested. Could you do a video on how to choose the correct settings? I don't know. It's just a lot of testing. I did several videos about this already. Will you make a similar video of the last year about your plan to pass some challenges? I don't think so. Actually, I don't really want to get deeper into the prop firm stuff because I think it's not really the best way to trade. You have a lot of disadvantages when you trade with prop firms. It's better in the long run to trade your own money, I think. Are you using any ICT-EA? No. Which VPS, I think. I don't recommend anything. I'm using a German VPS provider, but I cannot recommend it if you do not speak German. So I cannot really recommend you a VPS. So yeah, if you have any other questions about the MetaTrader programming course, let me know in the comments section. Or yeah. Otherwise, I think I will end the stream soon. Because if I talk too much, I get a sore throat. And then I will feel this tomorrow. So if there are no more questions, I think I will end the stream. And also with the live trading, I won't set up the stream on the server, but on Monday, I think I will set it up again. And yeah. And there are some more questions. Maybe I should answer this. How much time it takes for you to get success in trading? I don't know. Success is never guaranteed in trading. It can take you You can be profitable with the first expert advisor you write. It can be unprofitable for the first 5 years. I don't know. I'm not the one who can say this. Any book or site that outlines strategies that someone can code. I don't know specific books about this. Thanks, René, for everything. Can you please share your settings for the breakout strategy? I talked about this in other videos on my channel already. If you want to learn more about different settings that I use, you should watch the previous videos that I recorded. For example, just type in range breakout settings, I don't know, and you should find something. Just go through the last videos on my channel. Yeah. Answers yes or no to what question? Yeah, I answered the question already about the scalping EA. The main problem in the live account is probably with slippage. But just compare the trades in the tester to the results in the live account and you will see where the differences are. When I traded the scalping strategy last time in a live account, I had huge problems with slippage. This is also why I stopped trading it in a live account. I made several videos about this also on the channel. You should watch it if you want to learn more about this. In your free coding tutorials, why do I need obviously NPC and what else? You only need a PC to code, no program. I mean the MetaTrader 5 of course, but nothing else. You legit, thank you. Yeah, thank you too. Thanks for watching. Okay guys, I will end the stream. I hope you guys have a lot of success with your trading. Maybe some of you are interested to learn how to code, then check out my programming course. And yeah. If not, it's also fine. I mean, you have to do whatever works for you. I am out for today. Thanks for being here. And as I said, I will set up the stream next week, beginning of next week, so you can follow my live trading project if you are interested. And that's pretty much it. Have a great weekend, great time and good trades. Yeah, see you around. Bye.